Hey, greetings, dungeon crawlers. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Mage Knight Dungeon Crawl, or something like that. I really haven't titled it. We just play games of Mage Knight here, and that's what we're going to do. So, quick recap of what happened last episode. Morg and Hazel returned down to the catacombs to finish clearing them out and get the treasure. They got the treasure, brought it back up. Now, unbeknownst to Hazel, this whole thing was a test to see if she would follow directions and give the treasure back to the temple. And she gave the gold, but not the ring. And there ended up being some contention between her and the high priestess because they know about the ring. She wanted to keep it. It's a magic ring, gives +1 to attack, +1 to speed. And as a team, they could really use it. And she's a rogue. And she rolled a very hard 99 no, and that triggered another event. So something else is happening at the same time somewhere else in the town of Fallcrest. So that's where we find ourselves. I'm going to set the map up and we're going to get right into the gameplay. Ready? Go. All right, we're back at the High Temple. And unfortunately, Hazel still insists she does not have the ring. The high priestess knows that she's got the ring, and there's nothing can be done for it. She rolled a 99, which is, as high as you can get of a no. I suppose double zeros, but, she's not going to admit to that ring at all. So the high priestess has no choice but to say, "I'm sorry, my child. We have nothing more for you. You can go." And with that, she is going to start moving her way out. And Morg is going to start to follow her and ask the high priestess, "Your Grace, this doesn't seem right. I don't understand. Morg is confused. Hazel helps the High One." And the high priestess says she's also stealing from the High One. We can't have that. There's too much at stake. This was a test, and unfortunately, Morg, she did not pass it. But just then, dun dun dun, Flair comes in, steps right up to her, and says, "Leaving so soon? The party has just begun." And he attacks. Oops. He only rolled a 5. However, this guy is killer. His attack is a 10. That's 15. That is enough to hit. And, scary enough, he does 5 damage. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is completely down. Demoralized. She is down for the count. I mean, 5, in this game, 5 clicks is huge. So, Morg can't help but see this, immediately turns, and I believe he has range. We're going to check it. He has an 8. Yeah, he's definitely got range. He's going to attack with only a 5. I don't think that's going to be enough. That's 15. Let's see here. Because he has an attack of 10, right? I didn't put him back up to start. Yeah, he has a 10. That's only 15. That will miss because this guy, I told you, he's nasty. He's got a 17 defense, so it misses. But he does not have a ranged attack. So he is just going to kick her to the side and make his way. I don't know how far he goes. He goes 8. He's going to step right up here and say, "You were warned. It is time for the Hidden One to reveal himself. You shall not." And at that point, attacks Morg. Oops, got to move the dice here. With a 7, 17, that is enough to hit Morg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now Morg is still up. He can still attack. And he's going to, although he's got to pretty much max out to hit this guy, because he's only got an attack of 6 at this point, and he does not do it. 11. However, the high priestess is going to step forward, And she, chanting a prayer, is going to say, "Begone, foul one!" Whoosh. And this golden light comes down from the ceiling, from the stained glass windows, through her and into Flair, and throws him out the building. And he's gone. Morg then rushes over. Now he can't heal, but he can pick her up and bring her. And he's going to say, "Your Grace, Morg has a bond with Hazel. And Morg would ask that you heal her." Now, is the High Priestess going to heal her? She did say that they didn't really have anything more for her because she failed the test. She rolled a 10, so is that going to be another event? Is that considered doubles? O and O? I think it is. Yes. Okay, so not only is she going to heal her, but now we have another event. Remember, we got 2 events going on at this point. So first we got to see what this is. Well, actually, I'm gonna resolve this part first, and then we'll do the other one. Because remember, the second one was excitement and ambush. So what that is, the Necro forces are going to be out in the church courtyard attacking people. And that's why Flair brought them in. Now, it wasn't a Mage Knight specific attack that knocked him out. It was more of a plot device attack, because she does have considerable power within the temple, so she was able to do that. So the first thing is she's absolutely going to heal. There we go. Hazel up. And at that moment, somebody else comes running in and says, "Your Grace, Your Grace, in the courtyard, the Necros, they're attacking everyone on sight." And then he is going to take off. So I don't have another free figure to use for him right now. But that satisfies that one. But we've still got to figure a little bit out here. Now, Morg is going to try and give a speech here. First, he's going to say, "Priestess, Your Grace, Morg is not a smart man, but Morg knows the High One has use for everyone. Everyone can be forgiven through the High Lord, the High One, sorry. And the Hidden One, the trickster, Morg knows that if the Hidden One sent his minions in here to destroy Hazel, Hazel must have some use for the High One." And is the priestess moved by this? We're going to see in a minute. And then he's going to turn to Hazel and he's going to say, "Hazel, I understand. Morg understands the way you have been raised and what you believe. But the ring belongs to the temple. We must give it back. It would never be ours." So first, we're going to see if the High Priestess is moved. Yeah. This is definitely, I'm going to say somewhat likely, but he rolled low enough that she is definitely moved by his words. And now Hazel. Now remember, Hazel rolled a 99, so this is going to have to be, I'm going to say, she just got her butt completely whipped and they healed her. So I'm just going to say it's unlikely, but, okay. Let's see what happens here. Oh, wow. 16. So she rolled on the opposite end there. Hazel's finally going to break down. And she's going to say, "You're right. I just wanted to keep the ring to give to you because you're so slow and it would help you to attack." And Morg will say, "Well, Morg appreciates the gesture, but it was never your ring to give." So what does the High Priestess do? This was the test. She failed, but I think Morg has made it so it's more of a pass. Morg has shown his dedication to the temple, and he clearly has an affinity for Hazel. So let's do another percentile roll to see how the High Priestess reacts. 58. So that's over. So what we're going to say, the Priestess is going to take the ring from Hazel. And she's going to say that was our intention from the beginning. To use what the temple has to provide our warriors the chance to fight and to defeat the Hidden One and his armies. Morg, take this ring now, and the two of you, go and clear the courtyard of the Necros that are attacking. Okay, so we're going to end that scene right there, but we have another event, and we've got to roll that up because we kind of had doubles again, I think. All right. We're going to move the chaos factor down to 7 because they've mostly been in control here. So, first we have to roll percentile die to find out our event focus. The last one was a remote event, and that's why it's taking place out in the courtyard. This one, an 88. That is going to be NPC negative. Okay, well, we only have 2 NPCs right now, and that's the High Priestess and Norm. So, since everything's going on here, I'm going to say it's probably going to be the High Priestess. So, we have 2 more rolls here. The action is a 96. Wow. Guide and 53. Home. Guide home. Okay, wow. I'm going to have to think on this on how it pertains to the plot. But we're going to go ahead and pause the camera right here. And we got to set up for the outside fight outside the courtyard. So we'll be back in just a second. All right, here we go. We are set up for the battle in the courtyard. We're going to go ahead and do initiative. And the bad guys get to go first this time. Yay. All right, here's what we got set up. We have Hazel and Morg, our 2 heroes, joined by 2 other heroes, facing 8 skeletal, 4 warriors, 4 archers, and in the back hidden here is a grave robber. So, they are going to get to go first. And let's see, 1, he can come up there and attack. A 3 is not going to hit. She gets her counterattack on him. She rolls a 9, and that will be enough to hurt him. All right, this guy's going to come up to him. Oops. He rolled a 6. Oops, I don't have any money start. You'd think I'd remember that. He rolled a 6 plus 7 is 13. I think that is enough for this guy. No, he's a 15, so he does miss. Thank goodness. Oh, an 11. He will definitely do his 2 clicks of damage. This guy's still up. Now, these guys are going to come up. They have a movement of 8. And that is 8 inches. So let's see how far they can get. But they will not be able to attack. Yeah, that's 8 inches. So they've definitely got room. Unfortunately, though, they can only go 4 and attack. So that's probably all the further they're going to move. Roughly there. But see, they're not in range because they don't have a ranged attack. Then these guys are all going to fire. However, almost everybody's got cover. These 2 guys have free line of sight to her. So, the first one is a miss. The second one, oh, is a definite hit. And it is 1 damage. But before that hits, she does get her counterattack on that one. 7. That's a 7 plus 8, I believe that says. Yep, that's a 15. Gonna do 2. Which hurts this guy. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't check their range. Let me get that. Center dial. He can definitely hit. Can this one? No. No, this one cannot reach her. So that hit did not count. So, and he can't hit anybody else. So that one can shoot at him if it's got range. We got to check that again. I'm sorry, I forgot about the range thing. Yes, he's definitely got range. There, I'm going to say both of them have range, right? Then why doesn't he have range? I guess it does, because that's the 8. Yeah, okay. So that hit did take place, and he does 1 damage, but then she gets her counterattack. Okay, and plus 8, that will hit, and she still does 2. He's still alive. All right. These two are both going to fire on that guy. That's a 6. A 6 and 7 is 13. Is going to miss. Oops, wait, I rolled the wrong dice. 4 and 3 is a 7. 7 and 7 is 14. He's a 15. That misses. Now he's going to take his counterattacks on them. A 4. I don't think that's going to do it. Nope, that's just an 11. They're both 15s, so he misses the counterattack on that one. And a 5 is going to miss the counterattack on that one. So, all the bad guys have gone except for this guy, and he can't do anything at the moment. So now the good guys are going to go. I think she's going to attack this guy because he's right in front of her. And she did max damage. So she normally does 2, so she does 3. And that takes him out. Don't worry about a counterattack. Morg on this guy with his range. 6. And he's got the ring, so he's plus 1. He's actually an 11. That's a 17. And that should be enough to hit him. It is. He does 2, which is good because it takes him out of his weapon master. Does not get a counterattack because he does not have range. She will range on this guy. That's a 7. 7 and 9 is 16. That is enough. She does 2 and say, oh, that kills that one. So it's off the board. Now, he is going to attack this one. An 8 and 7 is 15. Definitely does 2. And that takes that one off the board. And I think that is all the good guys go. Okay. So now the bad guys get to go. We're going to start with this guy. He's going to come into base contact with Morg and attack. That's a 6. That's not going to be nearly enough. Nope, that's only a 14. And he is still up at a 15. Almost got him with that cheap one. Okay, Morg gets his counterattack. And an 8 and 11 is 19. He will take this guy out. 1, 2. No, he is still up. He's very weak. Okay. Now the archers. The archers have range on everybody. So boom, 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 boom. So first this guy. He rolls a 4. That is not going to be enough. Counterattack from the ranger is a 7. 7 and 7 is 14. He's a 12. And that takes that one out. Okay. This guy on Hazel. Oh, wait. Nope, he can't. He doesn't have range. Does he? No, he definitely does not have range. He does on this guy, though. So he'll shoot at him with a 7. 7 and a 5 is 12. That's not enough. Return attack. Only a 4. A 4 and 7 is 11. And I believe he's a 12. Yes, he's a 12, so that doesn't work. Okay, and they're both going to have to shoot at her. First one rolls a 7. 14. She's a 15, so that misses. Return attack on her, or from her, is an 8. 8 and 7 is 15. That is enough to hit. Boom, boom, and that takes that one out, thankfully. Although somebody's about to come back. And the final skeleton rolls a 6. 6 and 7 is 13. That's not enough. Return attack. She rolls a 7. 7, 7 is 14. No, 8. That's 15. So she had just enough to hit this guy. And that's enough to kill him. Because these guys are weak. All right. Now, Gravedigger gets to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. This guy comes back. But he's all the way back there. So now the good guys get to go. She is going to shoot at him to try and take him out. Actually, you know what? She's going to shoot at him because she's got range. She's got 12-inch range, which is pretty massive. Yeah, she's easily got him in range. Since he just showed up and he's fresh, she rolls an 8. An 8 and 8 is 16. And that should be enough to get him. Yep. Click, click. He is still alive. All right, no problem. Morg is going to whack this guy. Now they are in base to base. He rolls a 10. That is enough to take this guy. That should take him out. Yes, that does kill him finally. And he is going to, well, no. Yeah, he's going to shoot at her. Ah, the ranger on that skeleton rolled an 8. An 8 and 7 is 15. 15 is enough. 1, 2. Okay. And now she gets her 10-inch movement. So she is going to go, I believe she can get to here with 5 inches. And then she can go another 5. I'm going to get her right to here. Now that is all the good guys go. Bad guys, this guy can move 4. And all he knows is to go. So he's going to go to approximately there. He's going to step up to about here. Then he is going to dig. Now we have 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dead. So we're going to roll an 8-sider, ignoring an 8. And it's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wouldn't you know it? The toughest one gets brought back. Okay, that's the bad guys go. Now, the good guy. She is going to shoot at the new one that just showed up because he looks big and scary. She rolls a 9. 9 and 8 is 17. She does 2. He's still up, but thankfully he's out of Weapon Master. Morg has 10 inches, or no, he's 8, but he's got aim on that one. So 9 will definitely hit this guy for 2. That takes him out. Put him back in on that one. That is a 6. 6 and 7. Only a 13, right? Yep, you missed. 13. But it does not have a ranged attack, so it can't really go. However, she can attack here and not have to worry about a return attack. She rolled 8. And his defense is a 14, so that hits. 1, 2. Okay. He can no longer dig up any bodies. But it's the bad guy's go. He's going to move 5 inches, which is going to get him right about there, but not quite into base contact. This guy has no option, but he can move into range and do a melee attack on her. And he rolled a 7. A 7 and 6 is 13. Or no, I'm sorry, he's a 4. So 4 and 7 is 11. That's not nearly enough. But she gets her return attack. And she rolls an 8. And that's going to hit for 2. And the grave robber is demoralized, so all he'll do is run away. This guy's not close enough. He moved. So boom, boom, boom. We're going to have 3 people firing at him. 6. I don't think that's going to be enough. 6 and 8 is 14. He is a 14. So that will take him down. He's not out. Now Morg's got to shoot at him. That's a 5. Plus 11 is 16. Boom, boom. And he's finally gone. So the only person left is over here. I'll slide this over so you can see it a little better. It has to try and break away. On a 2, it does not. So we go to the next round. She's going to attack it. And she rolls a 6. A 6 plus 9 is 17. And that's going to be enough to end the grave robber. So, after a short battle, Morg and Hazel have defeated the attack, the ambush in the courtyard. And now they need to move back inside and see how things are going with the high priestess. So we'll set that up and we'll be right back. Alright, so here we are. They've just finished the encounter in the courtyard, and they took out all the Necros. They come back in to talk to the high priestess, and she clearly is despondent, and she tells them that because this temple has been somewhat corrupted, with the Necros not only able to penetrate the catacombs below, but make a broad daylight attack on the outside, and one of them, Flair, actually being able to enter the temple, it must be cleansed. And for that to happen, war priests need to be brought in, and she has to guide the remaining clergy and parishioners that live in the temple back to the home base, which is in another town that I'm not sure of. She is not going to have Morg and Hazel guide her, because this is negative for her. So she's got to do it. I don't know how well that'll go. Maybe they'll find out later. Then maybe that'll just end on its own. But she tells Morg and Hazel to stay here and maintain the fight. And that's where we're going to cut it off here for this episode. And when we come back next week, it's going to be a brand new scenario. I think I know where I'm going with them. I just have to get it figured out and set up. So if you stuck with me this long, thanks for watching. You got your dice. Let them roll and keep crawling. See you next time.